What's up, geeks? We are at ICAST 2025, and we have got a whole list of companies we're going to go talk to. Come on, let's go check them out.
Hey guys, Reed with Cash and Fishing Rods here at ICAST 2025 in the Cash and booth. Just want to show you guys our new product launch for this year. We have our Element Z2 products. Basically, you have an American-made fishing rod at $129, all raw finish on the blank, and it'd be super durable. Real clean aesthetics on your cork handles, 3-year warranty, full bass program from swim bait rods all the way down to BFS rods and everything in between, technique centric. Make sure you guys check them out, cashandrods.com. Really want to show you guys our glide bait or big bait series rod. This is a 7'10". Really, this rod is meant for throwing big swim baits, glide baits, things like that. It's got enough tip on there to help keep that fish hooked once you get them, and real nice action for working it. Again, kind of an entry-level bait, great for the 7-inch and down, you know, guide baits, swim baits, big spinner baits, chatter baits, buzz baits, things like that. Awesome rod, full cork handle, long butt, so it's gonna sit in your arm and work real nice and easy. Great for those big hook sets. Make sure you guys check them out.
What's up, everybody? Gary Collins here with GCJ Baits, G-Rat Baits. We're here at the 2025 ICAST show here in Orlando. Just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at this executioner that we got here. We've got the 6-inch weedless one. We've got the 6-inch hooked one with the 5/0 BKK ready to go, all weighted. We've got a 7-inch weedless one. All right, so with this 7-incher here, as you guys can see, we got nice little fins on it. This fin gives this bait a very unique head wobble and a nice little up and down shake. Got a nice hook pocket in there. Get your beast hook set inside there real nice. This harness one, we had to design this one a little bit different here. It's got a little bit smaller tail on it. We get a little more kick out of that tail. This bait's a little more streamlined. You get this bait going real fast in the water, and you don't have to rig it up. It's all ready to go for you guys. Pull it out the box, tie it on, go fish it. All right, guys, let's talk hooks here. As I said, this 6-inch hooked one, you're gonna have a 5/0 BKK hook in. Your 6-inch weedless one, I designed this one around an 8/0 beast hook. So your 8/0 beast hook, 7/0 trocar, anything in that range is gonna work just fine for you. The 4-inch, for me personally, a 3/0 flashy swimmer. That's my go-to with this bait right here. 5-incher, you're gonna see me throwing a 5/0 flashy swimmer. It's just kind of what I do with this bait. Every now and then you catch me with a jig head in it. We also got our 5-inch, 4-inch, and we'll also have an 8-inch coming here real soon with a harness in it. I think you guys are gonna wanna get that harnessed one. Thanks for checking us out at G-Rat Baits.
What's up, guys? Caleb here. We're in the Buzzy booth for ICAST 2025. Super pumped. We released a couple different new products here. We actually won 2 awards in the tackle management category and also the fly fishing tools and accessories category. So in the fly fishing category, there's also a lot of different use scenarios, even for bass fishing. It's our Colony 28T, actually filled with foam, and it's slotted foam, so it's great for your jig heads, treble hooks, etc. And what's great is it's our modular system, so the bins pop out, so you can take the bins out, put the foam in any thin box that you actually want. We also this year won the tackle management category, super pumped. It was on our swarm bag, and we actually released new attachments this year for the hex slide system on the front of the swarm. So we have a pliers holder, sunglass holder, and we also have a smaller line management bag that fits on the side or front. Also, all goes on side of this the new hex slide system. Also this year, I'm super pumped to release are these lure sleeves. So this is a very kind of simple, basic idea that I just thought was super needed. The idea was based off of these expensive glide baits. So everyone was coming in the booth saying for years, how do you store these expensive swim baits and glide baits, right? No one wants them to rub together. You don't want your paint to fall off. You don't want you want your hooks to stay sharp. This is the Buzzy solution here. So you can simply put it in a sleeve. They're not gonna rub together. When you're ready to use it, you just squeeze it and it slides right out. And then when you want to put it back in, once again, all you do is just squeeze the sleeve, and you can drop your lure right in, right? And then when you let go of it, it kind of braces it, kind of holds it, right? Made a variety of sizes to actually accommodate a lot of different baits. So not only do we have the larger sizes, for your larger swim baits and top waters, etc. We also have some smaller sizes for, like, let's say jerk baits, smaller top waters, even jigs as well. And another cool feature is with Buzzy, everything's modular, everything's a system, everything works together. So each size lure sleeve actually fits in each size bin. So example, the 2 size fits inside the 1x2 bins, the 3 size inside of the 1x3 size, the 4 size and the 1x4 size. So this is really cool. For example, like jigs, right? When you open someone's box up, you normally see this giant mess of jigs and it just kind of looks like a giant bush, right? You're reaching in, you don't really know what you're grabbing. So now you can actually easily put it in one of these sleeve holders, squeeze it, take it out, right? And then you can put it back in super fast, super easy, right? And what's actually cool is you can actually use the Buzzy boxes now and put them all standing up, almost like a file cabinet, and you can know what you actually have inside of your jig box. So another product here at ICAST for Buzzy. You check out all the Buzzy products on buzzbee.com.
All right, everyone, so we're super excited. NetBait just released the new Finicky series. So Finicky series is basically targeted to design some of those pressured fish. So as we know, as fish get more pressured, less seems to be more. So we've come out with a bunch of new baits. My personal favorite and what I'm really excited about is the new Sonic Shad. So you'll notice right here, this is a super finesse style swim bait. And what's really awesome about this is it's got the hex tech design. So on these, you have a hexagonal body shape. And where it really helps out is the bait fuel dispersion. So if you're applying bait fuel, whether in the gel or the hard bait stick, it's gonna sit in those cavities and it's actually gonna disperse a lot better and last a lot longer. What also makes this bait so unique is the wedge tail design. So when I mentioned before, it does a little bit less than more, is meaning it's gonna act a lot more like a natural presentation. Now it's gonna have a real tight wobble to it. It's not gonna displace a lot of water and it's gonna look like a real natural bait fish. Another bait we're really excited about is the Sonic's Pinch, and basically the Sonic's Pinch over here is your craw, basically your finesse craw. So what's awesome about this, got a hinge head design, and what's neat about that is as that craw hits the bottom, it's gonna naturally float up to the surface and go back down like a natural craw presentation. It's got that same hex tech design, upwards pointed feet on it, so it really displaces a lot of water, and it's a great little finesse trailer. And we also came out with a new Niko worm, and basically this worm over here has got that same propeller style tail. It's got the hex tech design on it, fantastic for Niko rigging or wacky rigging with a weighted head. This is gonna catch a lot of big bass, especially if you're fishing around brush piles. And then we have our drop shot bait as well. And this one over here has got that same split tail design. It's got the hex tech design on it as well. And what's nice about this is this will be great on a minnow, jig head, or on a drop shot. So the new Finicky series from NetBait is gonna be awesome for those pressured fish.
Thank you, my name is Aaron, I'm with Cooler Pack. Wanted to introduce some of our very innovative ice packs that are specific for coolers and also live well applications. So we specialize in a reusable, refillable ice pack that comes, it's made from the same material as it's in the kill bag. So it's actually very puncture resistant. You won't have to worry about any fins damaging the material. It also has a TPU layer on there. So you can actually fill it with drinking water before you freeze it, and now you got an emergency reserve of drinking water just in case. So one of the great benefits for our application is when you're not using it, you can roll it up. It stores away really small comparative to the other reusable ice packs on the market that are big and bulky. Very durable material. We actually ran this over with the F350 about 4 times to make sure that it wasn't gonna break or anything. Can't do the same with some of those other reusable ice packs. So one of the great applications we have for both our smaller packs are for live well application. You can actually freeze this and just throw that right into the live well or the bait well. We also include some snaps or Velcro, so you can actually mount that in if you'd like to. If not, you can just let that float in the water. It'll help regulate the temperature so your bait, your fish stay alive and you don't have any leaching from, say if you throw ice in there, that ice has chlorine. You're gonna damage your fish. You don't wanna do that. So the best option is throwing in some ice that's protected inside of our ice packs, and then you can actually mount that in there if you like to also. So that's some of the benefits we have for our product. It's definitely amazing product. It's way better than the competitors on the market, and the price points are pretty reasonable. We have the bottom one coming in at $35. That's an 8-pound option. Our next one's $40, and our top one, the 16-pound, that one is $45. Check us out online. It's www.coolerpack.com. You can also find us on our socials at CoolerPack.
Hey everyone, Alex, ICAST 2025 here at the Shimano booth. If you want the best bang for your buck in a bait caster, you're going to want to look right at the Curado 150M. We came out with the 200M size, the regular Curado size. We now brought all that same tech into the 150 size. Highlight on this reel is going to be the new MGL3 spool, a lighter weight spool. It's going to help with casting distance a little bit. It's going to help with just being able to cast a wide variety of baits. You can skip it, you can cast lightweight Ned rigs, you name it, you can do it with this reel. It's a Hagani body reel, so it's rock solid. When you really work this thing out for a couple seasons, you're going to have a smooth gear feeling still because there's no flex in that reel. Micro module gearing, so it's really, really smooth, and it's going to stay that way for a long time. And that's why this Curado 150M is the best bang for your buck. If you guys want the best bang for your buck in a spinning reel, my personal choice is going to be the Shimano Vanford. I personally like a 3000 size, but this reel has a lot of technology that over the years has come all the way down from the Stella that we know is the flagship reel. Some of that is now in a Vanford for only $249. This is a MGL reel, so it has the MGL rotor. It is a very lightweight reel. You're going to feel how smooth this thing is. It's so easy to cast. There's an anti-twist fin under here, so sometimes that line likes to come loose, get under the spool, get a little jammed up. That anti-twist fin is going to help not keep that from happening. You have a little lip here that allows that line to come off easier, and that lighter weight spool is going to make it easy to really stop and start this thing and bring precise control to that spinning reel. So for only $249, this thing right here, this Vanford spinning reel from Shimano, should be the best bang for your buck. Let's take a look at the brand new glide bait from Shimano. This is a Gravitator 220 SS. It's a slow sink model. You've got some of these that actually have the flash boost inside, so you've got that nice flash in there even when you stop that bait on a dime. Another really cool thing, some of those hard baits kind of hard to cast, especially in the wind. When you cast this thing pops, slides to the side, and this thing just becomes a ball that you can cast a country mile. Another really cool thing, when that thing locks in place, it's a pretty tight, gives you a nice S-wave. You can change the action on this. You can actually there's a little piece of plastic that sits in here. You can pull that out. That's going to give you a wider, choppy style. So you actually have a bunch of different baits in one single bait. Shimano Gravitator comes in a little over 3 ounces. And as you can see, we have a whole host of really, really nice colors. This is my personal favorite. Go check one out for yourself.
What's going on, guys? This is Eric from Typical Outdoors. One of the products I'm the most excited about is the new Trick Shad coming in at 8 inches. Great bait. One of the coolest things about the Trick Shad is it has a chopping-like motion that's controlled by reel turns. It can be fished fast. You can fish it in moving current, and it flats out catches them. One of the cool things about the Trick Shad is that it has rotating hook hangers. What that does is allow you to play the fish and not get the fish too much power to leverage against you. You also have this tail right here, which is really floppy in nature, but that's what gives this bait the cutting-like action when you're fishing it. If you have a fish falling at you, can speed it up, retrieve it faster, and draw out those big bites.
Hey, what's going on, guys? New with Bill Lewis this year, it's the DR24. Super excited about this crankbait because it dives super deep due to its very unique design. So if you notice that right here, not only the bill is big, but we actually designed a flat spot on top of the crankbait. It's going to help you achieve the larger depth without going too big on the bill. So I've been playing around with this a lot. I'll give you a quick crankbait tip if that's okay. So when I'm throwing this on 16-pound test line on a super far cast, I can get it down to about 22 feet. The key thing for me is staying a little shallower than 22. I sit in about 17. I'll angle it out parallel, but a few degrees out deep, and then once it hits bottom contact, I basically can get bottom contact from the point of which it hits the bottom all the way back to the boat. So just a little tip for you guys, but I've caught a lot of big fish on this already. Make sure you guys check it out. Bill Lewis ICAST 2025. Super excited to announce that we got this lure here, the Big Giz. A lot of guys have asked me, hey, what is that? Think of this as a big blade bait, okay? This weighs a little more than 2 ounces. What I love about this bait is you fish it like a spoon by utilizing the top hole. If you want to slow roll it on the bottom, move it forward. Now it's going to dive down, keeping those hooks out of the rocks. Okay, so plenty of different ways to fish it. And for you guys that throw a lot of big baits like we do here in the West Coast, you know that they have a lot of leverage. One of my favorite features about this is that 360-degree hook tie right there. That way they don't have leverage when you hook them on a single hook. They're not going to come off, so your hook to land ratio is going to be a lot better. But again, for you guys that fish out deep, blade baits, ledge fishing, make sure you guys give it a shot. New ICAST 2025 Bill Lewis. Hey, new with Buckeye, just a different way of rigging that you guys probably haven't seen before is the piggyback. So this very unique style jig head is going to allow you to hook your favorite minnow. What you want to do is just spin it right on top and then just latch it on there. And for anybody that knows about throwing a minnow, the key thing is to have it roll, because the weight is always transferred on top. When you pop this thing, it's going to roll a lot. And then again, they'll never see the top of it, because the key thing about throwing a minnow is keeping the bait above the fish. So once you get them to chase on forward-facing sonar, slowly pop it away, getting them to commit. So make sure you guys check it out. New this year, 2025 ICAST with Buckeye Lures.
Hey guys, this is Jonathan with the Spro booth, showing off the new Spro KGB K-Rig. Really cool little bait here. 3 Chads in one, comes with 3 Gamakatsu hooks, 2 different line ties on it. The top one kind of keeps it going down a little bit, the middle one keeps it up. You can fish it a bunch of different ways. The action of these things, it sort of does a gliding motion like this, so it's really neat. The retail on these things are going to be $149. Really cool bait. Go check it out. And then we've got the KGB little guy. This is a really versatile bait. Really cool. We're really excited. Matches a lot of the bait fish sizes around the country, and be sure to check it out. KGB little guy. Retail is around $55. And then this is the new Hide Up Judy fish. Straight from Japan, Hide Up. Really cool little bait here. Really good for forward-facing sonar baits, jig head minnows. It's got really good rolling action. When the front rolls, the tail sort of follows with all these little different things coming off of the back of it. It rolls on the front, the back follows. When it rolls back, the back follows. $16.49 retail on this for a pack of 4.
Hello everyone, my name is Vitas. I am a developer in the company Deeper, and we're actually presenting a new product this year, so it's Deeper Max. So this one is totally different from like our previous products. It has a 3D mapping feature. So it's like the making regular bathymetric maps, but you can see here, I can show it to you, it has like a 3D representation of it, which is easy to understand, the bottom structure, the drop-offs, also the main features of the product. So basically you can cast it or use it on a kayak. So we have this flexible arm here that the sonar stays stable on the surface of the water. You can cast the product for 400 feet. It works 300 feet deep, and it has 3 beams. It has a wide beam, it has a medium beam, and it has narrow beam. So you can understand, what's happening underneath. So it's like very simple. You put it in the water and it automatically connects to your app, and then it works like a regular sonar, You just see the sonar reading on the right side, and on the left side you can create a bathymetric map. So stay tuned, guys. It will be available in August this year. So thank you very much and have a good one.
Josh Brown with Tree Shaker Tackle. Wanted to tell you a little bit about some of our new products. This one is our 5/0 Dream Stroller, our big Dream Stroller. It's got the welded ring to help with that rolling action when you're using it on your forward-facing sonar, throwing a minnow. The weight is above the stem of the hook, so it'll help it with its rolling, keeling, wobbling action. And we have a 5/0 Ryugi hook in it this year. This is our new product. This is an upgrade from last year in our 2/0 version with the Gamakatsu hook. Also, wanted to point out in the new product showcase, our bottom buster. It's our version of an umbrella rig that has weights on the bottom that's going to target fish that are down close to the bottom, hiding in the ditches, channels, and trenches, and will help you get down to them and get after them with our umbrella rig. Here's an example of our 5/0 Dream Stroller on a 6.5-inch bait. It will cover anything from 6 to 8, 6.5, 6, 7, 8-inch minnows for you to throw forward-facing sonar. Okay, Josh Brown, El Jefe Tackle. So this year we developed a flat side crankbait, has an internal weight transfer. All of our crankbaits have this internal weight transfer that you see highlighted here. We also have one split in half. It has a channel with a tungsten weight that will roll to the back upon casting, so you can reach out and touch them further than your normal standard balsa style crankbait, and then will roll down into the channel upon retrieve to allow you to get a little bit deeper on depth. That just allows you, that little detail allows you to be a little different than your standard style crankbait and not have to be using a spinning rod every time you want to go out, throw it on a bait caster. And we also have it in this version with 3 different bill styles for whatever depth you're trying to target fish at. So it has a circuit board lip, which is different than your standard style balsa baits as well. So check them out, ljefatackle.com.
What's up guys, Reese Martin here with Evolution Fishing. We're here at ICAST. Let me do a quick walkthrough of some of our fishing accessories, tackle trays, and tackle bags. So we've really moved into the accessory game. So we have our bass sacks, are perfect for soft plastic storage. It's good for bulk storing a lot of stuff at once, and easy access. We like those for kind of quick access to some of your favorite baits. This is new for us this year. This is our plastics case, so you can kind of file cabinet through all your gear, look through it. This is great for that, but the best part about it is it's all padded foam inside, so it's not going to just fall apart. It's going to be locked in. You can stack these, fully waterproof. We've got our Line Master series, so you have your traditional size spools of line. You can stick in our Line Master leader bag. You put a little line wrangler on it, it's going to keep it from all blowing up. You can spool straight out from here. And then new for us this year is our bulk spool bag and the Line Master line. We've got, it's perfect for sticking those bigger spools in. It'll fit up to 4 of your really large spools. In that kind of subcategory, that smaller bulk spool, you can fit up to 6. So great for that. Spool straight out, you know, keep everything organized. That's what we're all about. We've got big bait bags. These have been selling great for us this year. Last year we launched the 10-inch and the 14-inch model. It's perfect for, you know, big glide baits, Alabama rigs, and stuff like that. New for us this year is the big bait bag XL. So instead of 4 pockets, it has 6. We're really excited about that. But now we're going to move on to the money maker, and the money maker is the ballistics line of trays. These have been doing extremely well for us. We built these to be kind of the ultimate solution for storing your hard baits, you know, your chatter baits, all sorts of gear. And so last year we released our terminal tray, our ballistics hanger, and just our traditional 37 and 3600 trays. So starting with the hanger, this was designed to hang baits. It's a deep 3700 style tray. It's perfect for medium to shallow crankbaits. That's really where the bread and butter of this is. You can bulk store by hanging these on the notch dividers. You can slot them in there, it'll hold them perfectly. You can do spinner baits, you can do chatter baits, really anything you want in this tray, and it'll be a great way to store. I think I have like 60 crankbaits in there right now. And then our terminal tray. This is a fully molded in design, so it's custom layout already, so you can't adjust it. But with that, you have a matching lid. So what happens is we have these drop down ridges that'll interlock with the bottom. So as you close it, you can turn it upside down, you can shake it, and you'll have everything locked in. You want to have that little hook that ends up moving all the way to the other side. So this has been a great tray for us. And the price point on all these is, this tray is 20 bucks. It's really hard to beat a $20 tray that is got bolt corners, clear lid, infused with rust inhibitor. And then this year, these we released 2 new trays. We have the Ballistics Twitch, which is a 3700 size jerk bait, topwater walking bait, really cylindrical baits. Work great for this. And we have a silicone molded slot where you can just drop in your hooks and it'll lock them, keep them from rubbing up. You know, you'll never have that problem where you pull out one bait and there's 30 attached to it. You have them all locked up together. And then next we have the Ballistics Blade Runner. This tray was designed to be the solution for, you know, spinner baits, buzz baits, chatter baits, jigs. We kind of want things to be relatively straightforward in what they do, but also very versatile. So for spinner baits, we're doing them in baggies this time that are infused with rust inhibitor.
so they don't rust, and it also keeps it from being that giant bulky square spinnerbait box that you traditionally see out on the market. So this has been a great box for us so far, and we're excited to release all this out to the public. We'll have most of this out in November, and then the rest of it will come out in March. So thanks for stopping by, and come check out some of the Evolution stuff.
Hi, Brian Thrift here at ICAST in the Fitzgerald Fishing booth. We got an awesome new line of rods called the Stunner HD. 27 different models, casting models, spinning models. It's going to cover everything you need bass fishing, from 8'6" mega swim bait rods all the way down to your smaller finesse spinning rods that are going to cover everything you need on the water. So we're excited to get this new series launched. It's really going to consolidate it down and give you everything you need on the water bass fishing in one series and one line of rods. Probably one of the rods in the new Stunner HD line that I'm really looking forward to is this 7.3 medium heavy. This is a workhorse rod that's going to allow you to do a lot of different techniques, from throwing swim baits to chatter baits, dragging a Carolina rig, even throwing top water. So this is going to be a very universal rod that you're going to allow to throw a lot of different baits, cover a lot of water with one rod. So if I had to pick one rod out of all 27 to get my hands on first, it's going to be this 7.3 medium heavy Stunner HD.
All right, y'all, so we're at ICAST 2025. Matt Airy here with Lunker Hunt. We've got several new products in the Black Series this year. One of the most probably innovative, kind of off-the-wall products is this little dude right here. It's called the BLB. We might tell you what that stands for at the end of the video, but this thing comes in a 3" and a 3.5". It's a very unique bait, and I'm gonna show you why. So if you look at the way that bait's designed, you wouldn't know it, but this bait actually sinks relatively quick. It's got a weight distribution system in it so you can make super long casts, but the key to this bait is how you fish it. You fish it kind of similar to like how you fish a spoon or how you fish a blade bait. What I mean by that, you cast it out, let it go to the bottom, and you're gonna just pump that bait off the bottom. When this bait falls, that's the juice. So when this bait falls down, it's actually gonna have a shimmy in action, just like so. Got some great video footage already up on the Lunker Hunt YouTube channel. You can check it out. But watch this thing on the fall. That's what triggers the bites. So 3", 3.5". This version weighs 3/8 of an ounce. This version actually weighs a ½ ounce. Really, really great colors, pretty much for any situation out there. This little dude right here, that's one of my favorite colors, so check it out. But yeah, that's the BLB, again, part of the Black Series from Lunker Hunt. This is a very, very underrated style bait, and it's gonna be the future of bass fishing. All right, so another add-on to the Black Line series from Lunker Hunt is the Striker worm. One thing that I really, really like about this worm is first of all, it's heavily salted. It's heavily scented also. I wanted salt, I wanted scent, I wanted soft plastic. Soft plastic gives it that action. Now, Niko rigging is my go-to technique with this worm. It's got amazing action when you rig it on a Niko. Now, I'll give you a little tip. When I Niko rig these worms, they both have an egg sac right there. I'll actually rig my hook, O-ring, whatever you like to use, right there at the bottom of the egg sac. So when it's on the bottom on a Niko rig, it gives the tail maximum action. If you rig it back here and you put 50% of the tail up in the air, it kind of kills the action a little bit. So make sure you rig it up there at the bottom of the egg sac right there. We have a 4.5" and a 6.5" version. Now, not just Niko rigging, but you can use this thing on a shaky head. You can use it on a Texas rig. You can even rig this thing wacky style and fish it weightless. It's got a nice little shimmy on the fall when you fish it weightless also. That's actually one of my personal favorite colors that we're calling tan line. So go figure. But green pumpkin blue, got some green pumpkin magic, got a lot of the natural colors, but then we got some really cool kind of off the wall colors. We got colors to meet pretty much any scenario out there. But that is the Striker worm, part of the Black Series from Lunker Hunt.
Hi everyone, Gary with Epic Baits here, and we're at ICAST 2025. Just want to show you a few items we come out with this year. We've been designing this spinner bait with Wesley Strader. It's a new style of head. It comes through the water, stays down in the water column. We're coming out with new various colors, doing some nice colors from Florida. We're doing the golden shiner. We have one, the smoked indigo. And then we have our basic colors like the white and chartreuse. We got some orange belly, red belly to add on to it. Another item we're coming out with this year is our tungsten ball head jig. We call it the shine head. What we did is we eliminated the wire keeper and we incorporated the braid. So when you just put a dab of super glue on here, you put your bait on there. You have a little bait right here, you pull on it. It don't rip your baits, cut your baits, it sticks on there really good. Another item we come out with is our scan head. Designed this with Matt Becker. It's more of a concave front end. We did the same thing. We do have a wire keeper on this. and we have the braid on there to add your super glue to. This bait here, it's really good with that pressure up against it. So, you know, it kind of holds into the water column a lot better. So if you want to be about 14 feet, you can sit there reeling 14 feet a lot easier than with like a tungsten ball head.
Okay. Well, this boat, the thing about it is it drafts 2 inches of water with 2 people in it. And I fish here out of Homosassa, Florida. And we have 150 miles of backcountry mangrove type fishing, 150 square miles. And what we do is we motor through the channels, and when we get into the shallow water, you pick up the motor and we row it in. And by rowing it in, you can approach the fishing spot super quiet. This boat is really quiet in the water, and as I said, it only drafts a couple of inches of water, and you can control it with the oars. And when you put an angler in the bow, you can set the angles for casting and hold it there. And it's really, if you use a pole and you try to pull into the places and your pole hits an oyster bar and goes, the fish are gone. So you have to approach very quietly and very slowly to be successful. And I think a lot of fishermen have realized how stealthy you need to be to approach fish, whether it's bass, trout, any kind of fish that I'm fishing for. I try to sneak up on them. That's my style. I'm a 45-year guide for real, and you know, I hate scaring the fish. So this boat slips in quiet, slips in smooth, goes real shallow, holds the angles, and it's big enough to where you're comfortable in it. I'm an old man and I'm overweight and I can't get in a kayak. I don't want to have anything to do with a canoe or a ginu or anything like that. This is 52-inch bottom. It's very, very stable, and it's just a great platform to fish out of, and it's durable. You can't hurt it. I ram it into the rocks and the trees. Well, it's roto-molded just like a Yeti cooler, and it's very tricky technology, but it's absolutely bulletproof, and it'll last forever, and it's easy to repair. So it's just an all-around great deal. Now, this boat sitting on the trailer with everything you see here, retail is $20,000. A flats boat of the same size that won't do half the stuff this will do, they start at $100,000, and they go to $200,000, and they don't go as shallow, and they don't do as much, and they're not as stealthy, and they're not as quiet. This one's 14 feet, and we also have a 16-foot model. Unfortunately, the owner isn't here. I'm just a friend of his, and I'm a fishing guide. So when people want to try the boat out and see how it works, I'm the guy they get stuck with. Well, right now we use Tohatsu motors. We love the motors because they're very quiet, and the thing about them is the weight. They're super light. They're lighter than the other motors that are available. I'll just put it that way. And this 20-horse motor will run this boat at 25 miles an hour with 2 people in it. And the other thing is, being a Coast Guard captain, I don't like people to go much faster than that ever. It's dangerous, and you don't need to get there any faster than that. And if you have to go that far, maybe you want to try a different boat ramp or something, but that's what we do. This is on our warehouse is in Crystal River, Florida. It's Hog Island Boat Works online, easy to find. There's tons of people that are fishing out of these boats now, and they're all posting it on all the social media, which I don't know how to use any of, so I don't know, but it's all over the place. And you listen to the people that are fishing out of them. Look at the guides that are fishing out of them. They love them, and quite honestly, us guides don't make that much money. And these boats are really affordable for people, and they're very durable, and they're great for kids, and it's a great way to get into the water and get into the fishing.
Hello, my name is Raul. Today we're at Accufy at ICAST, and today we have on this screen we have the Ping Live, which is our flagship model from the Ping Live Mini. Ping Live offers panoramic view, forward view, and down view. It's currently in Canada. We've sold in Canada, not yet in the US. But over here we have Ping Live Mini, which offers all of the basics that the Ping Live does. Offers down view, forward view. As you can take a look on the screen, also offers the down scan and the traditional scan. My favorite part would be the combo view, which allows for down view and forward view simultaneously on one screen. Very easy to set up. So you have your transducer, and then you also have one or two options: the USB-C brick or the Wi-Fi router. You would take your transducer, plug it into the Wi-Fi router, have these two cables, and connect it to a 11 to 24 volt battery, and you're ready to go. Go on your mobile device, iPad or iOS. Android will be releasing in 3 to 4 weeks. Go to your settings, connect to the Wi-Fi like you would do at home, log on to our app, and there you have it, you're ready to go. So with the cone degree for this would be 135 degrees for the Ping Live. This is the head unit, but you don't need a head unit, all you need is the mobile device. This goes for about $12.50 roughly US dollars. And then over here, Ping Live Mini shoots at a 39-degree cone angle. It's very entry level and starting, we don't have a set price, starting about $700 USD.
Hello everyone, Jim Sheelan with TFO Rods. I want to talk about our new USA-made bass series called Central Bass. These are 100% made in our brand new factory in Grand Prairie, Texas. Top to bottom, high modulus carbon fiber blanks. Very sensitive, very light, very durable. We top these out with Fuji K-frames with alkanite inserts. We've got custom handles, custom cork grips, Fuji reel seats. Absolutely beautiful rods to fish, and also backed by our lifetime warranty against manufacturer's defects.
What's up guys, Chris Martin here at the Dawa booth at ICAST. Want to show you guys an awesome new entry-level Tatula. This is the new Tatula X100. So this model is going to be replacing the previous generation Tatula CT. We've upgraded it, made it better. The first thing that we've done is upgraded the drive system. So now we have the Hyper Drive. So in there we have the Hyper Drive DigiGear. 3-point contact gear system makes it buttery smooth. But along with that, because we've got that extra point of contact, we're spreading the pressure across those gears, going to allow for longer gear life. Now then, we also have our Hyper Tough clutch system, rock solid engagement in and out of gear, and a hyper armed housing, making it even more durable. Of course, it's not a Tatula if it doesn't have our T-wing level wind system. So you guys can see that bigger line guide aperture helping you get more distance. Now this reel does fall under the LC concept, the newest braking concept from Dawa. That's our long cast concept. So this is a reel that's going to be awesome with lure weights ranging from about 3/8 ounce all the way up to an ounce, and it's going to help you guys get a longer distance cast, helping you to control those backlashes. We still have that mag force cast control. All right guys, that is the new Tatula X100 coming at you at just $149.99. Hey guys, Chris Martin here at ICAST. We're at the Dawa booth. Want to show you guys an award-winning freshwater spinning reel. This is the best freshwater spinning reel award from ICAST. We're taking a look at the new Ballistic MQ-LT. So it's an upgraded version of the previous generation Ballistic MQ. Main improvements are going to be the integration of the air drive design in this reel. So we have the air drive bail, a redesigned bail wire with a different angle helping to guide line to the line roller a little bit faster. We also have the air drive spool. That spool is a lighter weight spool without sacrificing strength. It lightens the weight of the reel. Then we have the air drive rotor. Super lightweight, but again, no sacrifice to the strength. All of these things work together to create a more even rotational balance to the reel. When I throw the handle here, there's none of that weird wobble or oscillation or vibration. What that means is it's not gummying up the vibrations that you're feeling through your rod. It's not sending any extra vibrations. So it's going to add that extra level of sensitivity when you're fishing. A couple of other upgrades. We still have that we've upgraded to that EVA style ball knob, okay? And of course, this is a kind of a hybrid freshwater / saltwater reel. We have that MQ body style going to help seal out water and allow us to put a bigger drive gear inside. And we have that mag seal, that mag oil ferrofluid technology that prevents any kind of water intrusion into the reel body. So guys, that is the award-winning Ballistic MQ-LT. Coming at you, starting at $239.99.
Hi, my name's Clayton with Prideco, talking about the sonar minnow from Yum. It comes in 3 sizes. We have a 3-inch, a 4-inch, and a 5-inch version. It comes in actually 18 different colors, but we have 6 new colors here to start. My personal favorite is Pro Green Pearl. It has a really good lifelike action. The tail flicks really well underwater, and built with the proper jig head, you can see it really well on sonar. It lights up, it's really bright, shows good, and it catches those pressured fish that are a little harder, that move offshore. Just makes it really easy to get and set the hook and catch those pressured fish. I'm Clayton with Prideco. We're talking about Great Lakes Finesse. It's hot on the market right now with a bunch of new baits coming out this year. One of our innovative designs is the Great Lakes Finesse Hover Minnow. So it has a concaved belly on the middle. Most baits, when you throw them into the water, they're gonna drop straight down, swim a little. This actually gives it a spiraling action. So as it's dropping through the water, it looks like a dying bait fish fluttering down. It pairs great with a couple different options that we make in GLF. If you want to do more of a swimming action, we have an underspin single blade. All our baits have Gamakatsu hooks, super strong, super durable. If you want to go with more of a steady straight retrieve, no flash, we have our GLF hanging head or sneaky swim head, minus the blade, same Gamakatsu hooks. Another new thing we're coming out with in Great Lakes Finesse is a micro series. A lot of people nowadays are getting bigger, they're getting larger. We went smaller. So in this bait, this is normally a 2.5 inch bait. We went down to a 1.75. Super durable tail, works really great in the water, same situation. You can do it with a sneaky underspin, or you can pair it with a swim head bait. Either one will catch those pressured smallmouth.
All right guys, JB3 here in the Lose booth. We'll talk to you about a new bait caster that we just had to hit the market. It's the Speed Spool RX. Now a little backstory, if you've been a fan of the Lose Tournament MP, that was a great reel for us. Well, this is a step up from the Tournament MP. That is no longer would be in our lineup. So what you're gonna get is an all aluminum frame reel, but what we've done is trickle down the Paramac RX braking system into this reel. Last year we introduced 2 new braking systems, the Paramac RX and ITB, and what we're starting to do is trickle down all that technology into our lower price point reels. So again, Speed Spool RX got the Paramac RX braking system, but guess what? With this reel, you got 4 gear ratios, 5, 6, 6, 8, 7, 5, and 8, 3. So for all my old school guys that like to crank with a 5-speed gear ratio, we got you covered there. And also, one sneaky thing about that reel is it actually has a little bit deeper spool, so you're gonna get 140 yards of 12-pound fluoro, whereas a standard reel, with one of the standard versions, you'll be able to get 120 yards of 12 pounds. So that's a great thing about this reel. 8 bearing system, and again, everything from flipping, pitching, frogging, cranking. With the aluminum frame, you ain't gotta worry about no flex or anything like that. So this is one of my favorite new bait casters that we're bringing to the market. And another reel that I want to talk about is the new KBD Elite spinning reel. This reel is a little bit close to my heart. I had one back in February. I've been product testing one earlier this year, and I caught an 8.5 pounder on this reel. One unique thing about it, the original model actually was a aluminum frame reel, so it was a little bit heavy. So now the new model is a carbon frame, so we cut out 1 ounce of weight on this reel. And now we even offer a shallow spool version, a 300 shallow spool version in this reel. So now you're gonna be able to get a lighter weight reel. And if you want a shallow spool version, you can get that now in the KBD Elite. Great drag, it's called a high carbon drag, and let me just say, super smooth. And so great price point. And if you're looking for a great spinning reel at a good price point, $149, and then the bait caster on the Speed Spool RX is $179. You definitely gonna want to check out both of those.
What's up, y'all? I'm Alex with Missile Baits, and I'm here to show you our new products for 2025. This is our new eye-roll jig head. It comes in 3 different hook sizes, 1/0, 3/0, and 5/0. 4 sizes for each, everywhere between a 1/16 ounce and a 3/8 ounce. This is our roller stroller type jig head. You know, you can kind of roll the minnow, the mid-strolling technique. You can use it with swim baits. You can use it anything that you want to swim, or really just use that kind of swim bait minnow type bait with. This is our new Freedom Flyer. You can see it's paired up with an eye roll right there. It looks killer. It's gonna be great for the ping and the minnow deal. This is a 4.25 inch size. This is the 6-inch size, and both are, you know, great baits for the shaking the minnow deal. So you can see the little fins on the back of this bait. We actually are calling those up pitch elevators. Those came from basically an airplane. The back wing of an airplane has elevators on it, and they're either up pitch to help the plane go up or down pitch to help the plane go down. This up pitch helps the tail go up, and in return that causes the bait to roll on one side, given you're using the eye roll jig head, of course, and it causes it to shake and roll as you're working the bait. So this, you know, this is your forward facing sonar oriented bait, pinging a minnow, you know, whatever you want to call it. And it's great for targeting like suspended fish or fish just off the bottom, or pulling them up off the bottom. And it's already gotten, you know, multiple people big bites. In our crew, we've used it and tested it out, and it's worked great. I think that's a really interesting design, and it works really well. You can also throw them as like a fluke. You can throw them with a belly-weighted swim bait hook and reel them, and they swim. They've got a great swimming action just beneath the surface. So you can find these at Tackle Warehouse or visit us at missilebaits.com.
All right, geeks, we're going to end it right here at the Missile Baits booth. Man, we have gone through a ton of new gear here at ICAST 2025 for you. There will be links in the description to everything here. Now, some of it is not going to be out until a little bit later in the year or the first of next year, so keep a lookout on the channel. We're going to do a lot of videos on a lot of these products. Man, I want to say thanks. We got to go out eat with these guys. First time the big dumb redneck got to eat some sushi. Man, so it was awesome. It was good. It was good. He was educating me. Guys were teaching me how to use chopsticks. But we've had a blast. I'm going to take Mike back here, who has earned his keep today, running around with me for some good seafood. And man, you know the drill. Questions, comments in the comment section below. You geeks know we love to talk fishing. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you get those notifications. Be part of that 100% Watch Squad, and you geeks rock.